What the gameplay needs to do is immerse you in the world, give you as many interesting actions to survive in this world. But more than anything, it needs to put you in Ellie's shoes, that you're experiencing what Ellie's experiencing, making you feel what she feels.
No game is perfect. Life isn't perfect. And that, in of itself, is exactly why The Last of Us 2 is perfect. The game's creative mind, Neil Druckmann, created The Last of Us 2 with one goal in mind: to make us feel and experience what Ellie was going through, and also to buy a PlayStation. To many people, The Last of Us 2 is a lot of things. Game of the Year, Ultimate Game of the Year, Best Indie Game, Best MMORPG, Best Flight Simulator, Best Unskippable Butt Sex Scene. Didn't know that was a trophy. But for me, it's not worthy of any of these. Best Prison Scene, that one I just found. But for me, it's not worthy of any of these titles. No. For me, The Last of Us 2 is hands down the ultimate game of everyone's lifetime. I was gonna go game of the century, but a century would imply a given time frame, and this game is timeless. And I know what you're thinking. If this is the best game in anyone's lifetime, which includes future generations, this is going to be a blessing for future generations, then how is this game so at odds with itself? How is it that if you hop on Metacritic right now and you notice the user score is below average, would that not mean this is a less than stellar sequel? On normal circumstances, yes. But you see, this is a PlayStation exclusive, and all that means is that this lower score is thanks to all the Microsoft fanboys, because their console can't run this game. It's just simply too much for Microsoft's hardware to be able to run it equal. Hold on, let me turn off my PlayStation, it's getting a little loud. And it's not struggling, it's just excited. These are exciting parts happening. See, Xbox fanboys, they're just mad. Their system can't handle this level of immersion. My heart is pounding, I'm standing still. We're in a post-apocalyptic world. This PlayStation fan is drowning out the music because the music is calming and they want your heart rate to go up. Like Neil Druckmann said, they want you to feel what Ellie's feeling. Her heart rate is up, your heart rate's up. You know, we're both in sync. We're going through the same experience like two women that are menstruating. A higher heart rate means you don't have to go to the gym, so Sony's helping you out there. Meanwhile, Microsoft fans can't afford a higher heart rate. They might suffer a slight heart attack, maybe a stroke, an early onset of high blood pressure. Who knows? They're just not built like we are, you know? Let's talk about The Last of Us 2. Starting off with the narrative. It's a very long game. Some might say longer than it needs to be, but that's just because Neil Druckmann is giving us more than we bargained for. Again, God's blessing. But a quick rundown of the story is Ellie's on a long revenge quest to avenge the death of Joel. In the end, she doesn't do it. Why? Because the game has a lot of life parallels. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. And hence why it's more than just a video game. Ellie letting Miss Totally Not a Guy or Trans, thanks to Nazi Joker for that name, I think it's more fitting. I mean, even the game acknowledges it. Come on, I mean, I like the fact that they acknowledge it in the game. I didn't think they were going to.
Wait, you said Abby. You're looking for an Abby, right? We picked one up a couple months ago.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no, big girl. Blonde. Arms like mine.
Honestly, I think you're kind of selling yourself a little much there. Look, she wins. Yours is fat. She's got muscle. I think they're switched. I think this is the woman. It's crying? Yeah, definitely the woman. Letting her, them, live is the game's equivalent of telling us in life we never see out the goals that we set for ourselves. And there's many more life parallels throughout the game. For instance, in the very beginning of the game, where Elliot and Gina had their little love connection, Gina asked Elliot to rate their kiss.
How would you rate our kiss from last night?
And I think we've all been there before, right? We've all had a kiss rated. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I got my kiss rated. Officially, by a judge. And like I said, not trying to brag here, it was off the charts. It was so good that it was rated sexual assault. I even got a certificate for it right here. You want to know what it says? It says that I need to officially learn how to restrain myself. I guess I really am a little bit of an animal. We'll call that girl later. Gonna show up at her house with those handcuffs and a wry smile. Maybe some duct tape. Not quite sure yet. So lack of accomplishment. So in the end, we're not disappointed in the developers, we're disappointed in ourselves because we never see our goals through. A rated kiss, and the other one being finding out that Ellie's girl is pregnant by another guy. I mean, we've all been there before, right?
I think I'm pregnant.
I mean, in my case, the baby was black and not Asian, and I guess with her it's less of a surprise because, you know, she don't got a penis. So for some, the story may be subpar, But, as I just said, there's so many life parallels in this game, they're damn near uncountable, and that makes this more than just a video game. It makes it an experience that we can all relate to, which makes it in turn timeless. Now, let's talk about the gameplay. This is the most liberating game I've ever played. You can do survivor horror like Minecraft, you can do run and gun like Call of Duty. I mean, look at these drop shots, bro, they didn't even see that shit coming. You can find melee weapons and blueprints and craft some Frankenstein shit like you can in Dying Light or in the Dead Rising series. You can play this game full-blown stealth like Assassin's Creed, although not get stuck in the environment as much. You can feel the weight of every skull being crushed, including your own. You can feel the punch that every weapon has, the sway of every gun, the blow of every single 2x4 you swing at the next fat ass you come across. This game has everything. You want a little bit of puzzle solving? Okay, take this part of the game. You gotta connect this little yellow cable to a power outlet on the other side of the yard. And the way you gotta do this is you gotta throw it through these windows, throw it over the gate, over the building, over the other gate, and then connect it. It took me 2 hours to realize you actually didn't have to do any of that at all. You just had to grab the cable, throw it over the gate, and connect. Simple, 2 steps at best. But there's another life parallel. I came into the situation expecting something incredibly complicated, but instead you got something insanely simple. Expectations are always subverted. Fucking genius. But that's not it. You want a little bit of Guitar Hero? Well, there you go, man. You can funnel those guitar strings to your heart's desire. I mean, the game has everything. The trophies speak for themselves. Everything I shared with you speaks for itself. The game also has multiple endings. You can play for 20 minutes. Joel dies. It's over. You can play for a couple hours. Ellie gets a farm and a baby. Or you can play even longer and Ellie gets nothing, and you're left wondering, why didn't the game just end at the theater? Why didn't the game just end when Joel died? What's the point of the whole Santa Barbara section? Another life parallel. Game has left you wondering, which life often does. But I'm gonna wrap this up with a big old congratulations to The Last of Us, Naughty Dog, and Neil Druckmann for winning. I think they won every single award that they were nominated for at the Game Awards. Absolutely not rigged or questionable in the slightest. 100% completely deserved. And allow me to give them one more award. This one might be a little bit more subjective, but this one is the so realistic it's fucking boring award, as it kind of is, yet it is still technically impressive. Well, congratulations to Naughty Dog, congratulations to Neil Druckmann, and congratulations to Sony for having deep pockets to buying all of those awards. I mean, congratulations on your 100% authentic success in literally every category. I call this one the Ballad of a Handicap, because I'm missing 2 fingers. Fucking nailed it.